Hi all. So today we are going to see live connection versus extracts in the Tableau. We'll also see what it is actually and some use cases of it, when we can use live connection and when to use extracts. So let's see first what live connection is. So live connection is nothing but the direct connection to the underlying data. So that data can be any file, for example, CSV file, Excel file, or it can be a database as well. So live connection is represented using this cylindrical icon. Also, it performs the real-time queries to the database. That means, mostly in this case, we will be working with dynamic databases where data is changing more frequently. In that case, we can go for live connection. Then extracts. Extracts is nothing but the snapshot of the data. It's like a copy of data. So this data can be refreshed after certain intervals. For example, we can refresh a particular dashboard or particular report on a monthly basis or depending on the requirement. This is represented by double cylindrical icon with the arrow. You guys can refer to Google icon as well. Search for this icon on the Google, as I have tried to create this icon by myself. Now we'll see the advantages and disadvantages of live connections. So the advantages are, this is real-time update. So as soon as data will get refreshed or data will get updated, that exact time we'll be able to see the changes in the live connection. So we are working with the fast database connections in this case. Only in that case we'll go for live connection. But as I said, only in the fast database connections we can go for it. That means some databases are not optimized for live connection. So there can be a huge data in that database. So in that case, going for this live connection may be not a good choice. So that can be a disadvantage of live connections. Now we'll go to extracts. Extracts, disadvantages and advantages. So advantages, it supports additional functionality which we might not able to do in the live connection. Also, it improves performance because we are working on the copy of data, so no need to take time to get the data from the database. So no slowness here over here. We can hide the unused fields in this extracts. It supports the large data set. As I mentioned in the previous slide itself, that if there is a huge database with multiple rows and columns, and it might take data to get refreshed in the live connection immediately. So in that case, we can go for extract. So that means that kind of data set can be supported by extracts. It provide offline access to data because that is just a copy of data. We don't have to get the real-time updates from that data. So we can have a copy offline access to that data. Then disadvantages. As I mentioned before, for the huge databases which have multiple rows and multiple columns, in that case, to refresh that data, that means if there is a huge data source, then it can take more time for the refresh. So refresh time can be more in case of extracts. If we save that uh, data source at our local, then in that case, it can take a storage space. Also, it is not secure. Why? Because we have to share the .td or .hyper file of this extract to the, let's say, client or the other person. So in that case, there might be the data privacy issues. For example, PI information, that is personal information, which we might not have to share with the other person, but because of we are sharing this copy of data, there can be a data security issues. Also, now we'll see few use cases when to use live connection and when to use extracts. So when there is a server based, for example, we want to check how our business is performing. In that case, we need the real-time updates. So in that case, we'll go for live connection. File based. If the data is shared at, let's say, any shared drive or any kind of tool where we can share the data, and that time we need the real-time updates, then in that case, we can go for live connections. Now, when it comes to extracts, when data is static, or basically that means it doesn't change much frequently. In that case, we can go for extracts. But or else we can go for extracts when there is a restriction on the usage of certain functions. So if we want to still apply for that those kind of functions, then we can go for extracts. As we have seen, it supports additional functionalities as well. So this was all about the live connection and extracts. So thank you so much for watching this video, and please do like to this video, share this channel and subscribe to this channel. So thank you so much and have a great day.